Association Region 15 and Queensborough promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or a team representative will not be tolerated. Queensborough thanks you for your support and your cooperation. And now the starting lineup for the Dutchess Community College Lady Falcons. Number 5, Mariah Witte. Number 21, Alyssa Giraldi. Number 22, Julia Oki. Number 25, Kiana Nichols. And number 33, Mackenzie Palish. The assistant coach for the Lady Falcons is Paul Tierney. The head coach is TJ Mullins. And now the starting lineup for the very own Queensborough Community College Lady Tigers. From law enforcement high school, number 34, Khadijah Carroll. From Marquette High School, number 25, Dana Fusco. From law enforcement public safety, number 33, Whitney Hogan. From Flushing High School, number 35, Erica Redwood. And from Jamaica Gateway, number 32, Corey Valentin. The assistant coaches for the Lady Tigers, Ben McCamery, Herman Krupp, Alicia Sanchez, Teresa Rodriguez, and Sabrina Moore. The head coach is David Chambers.
This is QCC alum David Russell. Queensborough getting ready to take on Dutchess. Each team is 3-2 in Region 15 play this year. And we welcome back Joe Massey, who's here for this regional matchup.
Very interested to see the Queensborough ladies for the first time this year, Dave, and actually saw them in an alumni game earlier and liked some of the young ladies they had.
They lost that game.
Yeah.
And one thing they have to look for today is getting off to a quick start. LaGuardia came in here, scored the first 8 points. Westchester came in here, scored the first 9 points. It's Dutchess County in here tonight, coached by TJ Mullins. They have Mariah Whitted, Alyssa Gallardi, Julia Oki, Kiana Nichols, and Mackenzie Palish in the starting lineup. And the opening tip is won by Queensborough. And the Lady Tigers start Dana Fusco, Corey Valentine, Whitney Hogan, Khadijah Carroll, and Erica Redwood. And Queensborough looking for the first points. They go inside. It's Carroll. It's no good. Hogan, the putback is good off glass. So Queensborough with the first 2 points of the game.
Something they need to do, get off to a quick start. They had a very disappointing outing their last time out here.
And there's a steal. It's Fusco with the bounce pass to Redwood. You saw in the first possession they went inside to Carroll, something they didn't do a lot of in the loss to Westchester. See if they could get her involved early. Pass gets inside to Valentine, back outside to Hogan. Redwood takes a long 2 and it's no good. And Fusco was on the line. Good hustle. But out of bounds with the ball going to Dutchess.
Redwood coming out to shoot that ball. I was watching her in the pregame. She has a nice range, but maybe not that far out, but she has a nice jump shot.
Had a good look, but couldn't finish, and now Queensborough with the ball. A minute 15 seconds in, just underway, Queensborough with the 2-0 lead. Fusco. Valentine had to go through her hands. Stays with Queensborough, though, and Redwood to the basket and in off glass. Erica Redwood with her first points of the game. It's 4-0 Queensborough.
There's something she can do off that little jump shot. Set it up, get in the lane. She drives, very athletic player.
Redwood averaging a little over 13 points per game. As Dutchess still scoreless, the putback no good. Tipped, another chance, and Carroll got a hand in on the shot. Dutchess still scoreless. They had some chances though. Redwood to Fusco. Fusco put up a 3 and missed. Carroll with the rebound, but then called for traveling. And Carroll averaging 17 rebounds per game. to go along with 13 points per game. Those are some gaudy numbers.
And she, of course, in her second season here out of Lauren Fortsmith, Queens, New York product.
Part of the CUNY championship team from last year. That shot is short, and another rebound for Carroll. Still 4-0 Queensboro. Fusco. Pass for Carroll was broken up. And good play by Mackenzie Police, who got the hand in on it.
Yeah, that'll be a little more patient with the ball, David. You're, trying to work that ball to the high post.
Go back outside. Kick out, it's a long 2, and a foul is called.
That was Hogan coming out trying to get her, and she got her as she went up for the shot.
So Hogan called for the first foul of the game. Hogan actually fouled out against Westchester.
Hogan, Redwood, and Carroll, all second-year players. They add the veteran leadership on this team, or as veteran as you can get in community college. Yeah.
Julia Oki, who hit the first free throw, and the second, and it's 4-2.
I guess with this team, Dave, it's going to be a matter of not letting other teams in the game when they don't have to be.
No.
Be patient, make some good plays.
A little different because everybody's got Queensboro circled on the schedule. As Redwood misses the shot, the defending CUNY champions, they have the target on their back.
That's right. And always, making it in the regionals and playing some pretty good teams these last few years. And so you become circled on people's calendar, yes.
Dutchess. There's a long 2 for the tie, and it's good. It's 4-4.
Nice shot.
Kiana Nichols makes it 4-4. Dutchess struggled last year, but they're improved this year, and they actually were in Queens the other night. They went into LaGuardia and beat the Redhawks.
Which is not an easy task.
No, not in that building. Hogan to Fusco. Inside they go to Carroll. And Carroll couldn't score. Tip Valentine chases it down. And a foul called against Dutchess.
And that will be a little bit of body contact going after the ball. You got to realize it's hard enough to beat Hawks, but to beat Red Hawks, I mean, you really have to have your game on.
First foul against Oki. Dutchess could take a page from the Westchester playbook.
Yeah.
When Westchester came in here with 5 players and won, Dutchess only has 7, but Westchester did a good job of not fouling. There's a shot for the lead, no good. Offensive rebound, Police couldn't score, tipped again. Oki did a good job to stay in bounds.
40-minute girls they were.
And there's a foul called inside. Queensboro not able to corral a rebound.
Well, Queensboro started out quickly in this game, and now a little bit of a spurt here by Dutchess is going to the basket, and getting fouled again was Nichols.
First free throw is off, and the foul was on Valentine, her first, team second. So the free throws are split, and Dutchess has their first lead at 5-4.
Setting up in a zone defense against Queensboro, making them pass the ball around the perimeter right now.
A lot of passing on the perimeter. Now they get it inside. Carroll couldn't score. Valentine. Hogan has it for Queensboro. Redwood. Jump shot is good, and Erica Redwood puts Queensboro back on top.
There's her range right there. She's really good with that little jump shot from about 10, 12.
Gives the mid-range jumper that might have been missing because Giselle Prentice left after last year. And that shot is short and rebounded by Valentine. Fusco.
She can run a little bit too, Redwood.
Carroll inside, no good. Carroll a bit off the mark early on.
Yeah, she got to get a little better position down there with her size. She fell away on that one.
And
now
Carroll
she
is called for a foul.
Picks up the foul here.
Unless they called on Redwood. So it was Carroll who made a clean block, but Redwood grabbed her while she was going up for the shot.
Carroll is 5'11", and it's nice to be 5'11", but you have to use that 5'11" when you get the opportunity. And she's been a good player here, and I expect her, I guess, to even be better this season. They're going to need it with some of the young ladies that they lost off this past off season.
And Oki hits both free throws. It's 7-6 Dutchess. Dutchess is 5 for 6 from the line. So they're getting to the charity stripe and making them.
You don't want to foul them, I guess.
Side, that shot is no good. And Dutchess actually leads the region in free throw percentage, just under 63% as a team.
Good rebound there by Jelani. She used her body, got good position.
Nichols, a bounce pass was not expected by Oki.
It was a good pass. She just wasn't looking that way.
So Queensboro looking to take back the lead. Redwood. Carroll's asking for it by the free throw line. Grayson takes a long jumper. It's no good. Redwood with the offensive rebound. Redwood couldn't put in. Carroll with the rebound. Her shot is blocked. Carroll gets it back and misses again. Valentine tips it. Tipped, and finally Dutchess has the ball.
They hung in there trying to buy that hoop, but even Valentine got involved, but they couldn't put it in the basket.
Well, Lady Tigers had their chances. The turnaround shot, no good. Carroll had her pass tipped, and it's taken back by Dutchess. And there's a mid-range jumper, and it's good. Nice touch for Nichols. That's her second jumper. It's 9-6.
Yeah, the exact same type. She has 5 points, I believe.
5, and Oki has the other 4. 9-6 Dutchess. And that shot is good. It's Alana McCrae who hits. It's a 2-pointer.
Yeah, that's what you call ringing the bell.
Oki goes inside, no good, and rebounded by Carroll. Now Grayson back the other way for Queensboro. Lady Tigers with numbers. And a nice pass, and Valentine finishes.
Very nice pass. Timeout.
And timeout called by TJ Mullins. It's a full timeout.
Good pass by Sabria Grayson, the first-year player out of Freeport High School. You got to play the game at a fast pace, Dave, and make that pass real quickly.
12:49 to go in a back and forth first half.
And they got the lead back off that.
Yeah,
so
and it's actually a 30-second timeout. A good start.
When you play that fast game, it doesn't slow down when you have to make the pass. You have to do everything in unison. And she did it very well there. She's a good-looking young player.
Oh, and we want to take a second. We hope our friend Herman Crump is doing better.
Yes, we do.
Getting out of the hospital this week.
Happy to hear that he is. Always quite dismayed when you hear anything like that.
Yeah, hit and run driver, breaking his leg. And that was 2 weeks ago, but he will be out of the hospital sometime this week. Dutchess looking to take back the lead. The pass tipped by Carroll and picked off. That's what height can do for you.
Yeah.
Redwood the other way. Pass for Grayson was tipped, but it will stay with Queensboro with 23 on the shot clock.
They couldn't get it over Carroll. That pass over top, but not over top on Carroll.
Carroll back to McCrae. Redwood thought about the long jumper. Grayson takes a 3, and it's good. Grayson from downtown, it's 13-9 Queensboro.
Yeah, she's a little player with a lot of get-up, Grayson, I'll tell you.
Already 5 Lady Tigers have scored. So the Lady Falcons with the ball down 13-9. Going baseline, now back outside. The long 2 is no good. But there's an offensive rebound. Back to Oki, no good. Loose ball and Grayson has it. Queensborough running, Grayson all the way to the basket, and she was fouled. There was a bit of contact as she went up.
That's the way assistant coach Sabrina Moore used to play the game. Grayson got that ball right short of midcourt, I'd say, by about 10 feet, and started her drive all the way down.
That was the first foul on Alyssa Ghilardi. Grayson misses the first. Missed free throws really hurt Queensborough in the Westchester game. As Grayson misses two, but Carroll chases the ball down. TJ Mullins, he wanted a foul against Carroll.
I didn't say Sabrina Brown, did I?
No, you said more.
Oh, okay.
Redwood misses a three, and Nagora with the rebound. And TJ Mullins was asking for a foul, and he got it. Nagora went over the back.
Ask and you shall receive, and he did that time.
13-9 Queensborough lead. Lady Falcons with the ball. 11:30 to go in the first half.
See how they play defense here, David. Always a big part in locking out the other team.
Fake the three. Nice move inside, but couldn't hit the shot. Lady Falcons will get a second chance. Tip going in the lane. Nagora got a hand on the shot, and then it's ripped away by the Lady Falcons.
That was a short way of saying let's check their intensity, and they tried to stay intense, but somehow they ended up with the bucket that time.
Yeah, Ghilardi scored her first 2 points of the game. Nice bounce pass to get it to her. McCray lost the handle on it. So Dutchess now with a chance to tie or take the lead. 10:40 to go in the first half. Oh, to Nichols. And she left her feet to make a pass, which you can't do, and then McCray loses it again. And now Grayson gets it back for the Lady Tigers. Some nice moves by the guard. Carroll, a pull-up jumper. Nagora with the rebound. Had her shot blocked. Now McCray puts it in. 15-11, and Carroll's pull-up jumper as Grayson picks off the pass. And then a foul called. I was going to say Carroll's pull-up jumper threw the defense out of whack because there was nobody guarding her under the basket, which helped them get the rebound. And then Grayson picks off a somewhat lazy pass.
And then a good play by McCray. And now she'll throw in from underneath the basket as they'll get it from underneath with the 4-point lead.
That was the second foul on Julia Oki. McCray puts up an air ball, and Carroll had to go through her hands. Halfway through the first, Queensborough leads 15-11. And there's a foul against QCC.
I think they'll get Redwood on that one, if not Grayson. I think Redwood reached in, though.
It is number 2 on Erica Redwood. We'll see if David Chambers leaves Redwood in, or
she'll come out.
Yeah. Whitney
just
Hogan
as you
going
said
back
that,
in.
Yeah. It's good that he has Whitney Hogan to put in for her, though. It's
that
built
can have something
somewhat
to do with the
similar.
coach's decision. If you don't have somebody like Hogan, maybe he leaves her out there with the 2. Nagora with the rebound.
Well,
Dutchess gets it back.
Dutchess getting to a lot of loose balls to stay close.
We'll have second and third chance opportunities. There's a pull-up jumper, and it's good.
No, she can shoot that girl.
Yeah, Nichols off the dribble now with 7 points. And it's 15-13.
Good technical set shot almost.
Grayson to Hogan. Back to Grayson, 15 on the shot clock.
You don't see that set shot that much anymore.
No. 3-pointer is short. So Dutchess ball down by 2. Defense chance starts up from the Queensborough bench. They go inside, and then Ghilardi dribbles out. There's a nice fake.
No.
And Carroll is called for a foul.
Yeah, Nichols has some game there. Yeah?
That's going to be number 1 on Candeja.
I would think her daddy taught her a couple of those moves.
First one is no good.
You know what's funny, Dave? Even your grandpa might be able to teach you some of those moves, you know, when he used to play.
David Chambers calls timeout.
Now, what I like about Nichols' game is she makes up her mind what she's going to do, and she executes it. You always like to see that with a player. I don't know if she's in her second season, but she looks like she is.
And she showed so far that she can catch and shoot, or she can take a shot off the dribble.
Fake the shot, go by you on the dribble, and I like the way she does it. Very good execution.
And then attacking Carroll, which Westchester did a lot of, and they don't have a lot of size, but they were getting shots off against her.
Well, you got to fake her out of position and hope her long arms don't get there and catch up on the play. But she didn't have a chance on that one.
No. In fact, her timing was too late, and she fouled her.
Good game so far.
Last year, Queensboro beat Dutchess 54-51 right here. Wasn't a well-played game, but it was close.
Well, I think you would think that a lot of the Tiger games are going to be close this year, and they're going to have to execute, play well, and it should be interesting, to say the least, because let's not forget that David won the CUNY last year, and you know, just because you lost some of your players, you have another season to compete in. And
the other teams don't care that they lost some players. They still see them as the defending champions. Maybe not the regional teams as much as some of the CUNY ones, but they would still like to beat them.
The one thing about David Chambers, though, is he's been around a winning program here for several years, even before being the head coach. So attended Queensboro, but never played basketball here at Queensboro. So it's kind of all in the family with him. He's 34 years old now, David, and I asked him, Sabrina Moore sits next to him on the bench. I said, were you coaching when Sabrina was playing? He said, yeah, I was coaching on the bench with them.
Under Joe Medina and then Bob DiNardo.
I was fooling around. We talk about going from year to year with David, and you know how seriously he takes it, competition-wise.
How about Candeja Carroll with 2 offensive rebounds on that possession and the basket? And that was her first point of the game.
I said when you won that one last year, you had to be proud of yourself, and then another nice move by Nichols, but she couldn't get that one to go. I said, you had to be proud of yourself. He said, yeah, I was really happy with that win last year. I said, but then you think, hey, now I'm getting into Joe Medina country here.
Joe won 4 in a row. Still a little ways to go for David Chambers.
So you'd like to, you know, at least get close to that.
Carroll will go to the line for 2.
He'll go to...
And they're getting it inside to her.
Yeah, going to work a little bit inside.
They've made an effort to do that after she was somewhat of a non-factor against Westchester, even though she had 15 points.
But don't forget, David, after Joe Meade left, he didn't take over this job immediately. Then he was around another veteran coach, Bob, came in here, and he spent a year with him.
Yeah. And Bob DiNardo with Queensboro now.
Yes.
He's 0-6 this season. Rebuilding job, his second year there.
He's had some tough places that he's gone in recent years.
It was weird when he took the Queensboro job, because that was one time he took over a team that was
a winning team. Yeah.
They were the hunted.
Before that, he was in the ECC, and he had a very poor club, and he couldn't turn that into a winner. So takes time.
And there's a foul against Queensboro, and this will send Dutchess to the line for a 1-and-1. And if that's not bad enough, that's the second foul on Carroll.
Carroll coming out trying to get a piece of that shot. She got a piece of her.
Dutchess 6 for 8 from the line so far.
This girl, Kiana, has been the source of their offense here in the first half.
Makes the front end of a 1-and-1. 9 points now for her. 18-15 Queensboro lead. Splitting the free throws. 7.5 minutes to play in the first. And shot is no good. Rebounded by Dutchess. It was a quick shot also.
Yeah, it was a very quick shot, and giving Dutchess an opportunity now to set it up. They played mostly half-court offense, and Grayson steals the ball there and gets pushed.
We'll see if that's on Ghilardi. It is. That's her second.
By no means is Dutchess a running ball club. Really haven't done it.
Also, the way Ghilardi dribbles inside, it almost looks like she's traveling. Every time she moves, the whole Queensboro bench is asking for a traveling violation. McCray. Dutchess in a 2-3 zone. They go inside. It's Valentine. And the basket is good.
Nicely set up.
Over pursuit on defense, which took her out of position. Went for the steal instead of keeping Valentine in front of her. And traveling is called inside.
Well, this Queensboro team has a little bit of size, and you like to use it. You have to execute to do it, though. And with someone like Valentine, Carroll, get that ball down low. You know, they have bodies. They can go to work.
Queensboro up by 5. Trying to extend the lead. They got it inside to Hogan, who misses badly. May have had her shot altered by 1 or 2 Lady Falcons. And Nichols is fouled by McCray.
Yeah.
How fast she is with the ball.
She gave it a move one way, went the other way, and McCray got caught reaching in there. You know what they always tell you, don't reach on those moves, because you're going to get beat, or you're going to get a foul, or a three-point play will happen. It's just a natural reaction to go after the ball.
It's 10 points for Nichols now.
10 out of their 16, by the way.
Oki with 4 more and Ghilardi with 2. Now 20-17.
It's always nice to be able to shoot free throws if you're going to get to the line like she does. She's going to get fouled. There's no doubt about that.
Dutchess is 9 for 12 from the line in this game. Queensboro only 1 for 4. And there's a turnover.
David, I think she's hit 5 out of them, those free throws.
Nice look inside, and it's good. That was a nice pass. And Palish had a good position and was left alone and scored, and it's 20-19.
Palish brings it to a 1-point game now.
And Grayson lost the handle on it, got it back. And they say last touch by Palish.
Queen's getting a little lackadaisical here. You're going to make those sharp passes. You still have Valentine in the game. You have Carroll in there. You know, be wise with the ball. But here, this is a long cross-court pass.
Ended up in the hands of TJ Mullins, and unfortunately for Queensboro, he's a Dutchess coach and not a Queensboro player, so that's a turnover. It was intended for Grayson. Went over her head. Dutchess can take the lead now, or turn it over. We'll actually stay with Dutchess with 20 on the shot clock.
And whenever you hear the name TJ, you know he played somewhere. That's like a player's name. I think I remember the name. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know from where, though.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. There's a long 2, and it's good, and Dutchess takes the lead. It's Megan Bender.
Let Dutchess get back in it, Dave.
I believe that's 7 points in a row for the Lady Falcons.
Sorry to cut you off there.
Carroll going outside McCray, reversing the ball. Grayson to McCray, and McCray launches a 3, and it's no good. And rebounded by the Lady Falcons. McCray shooting a little over 62% from downtown.
She's made that move repeatedly. This time she gets called, dragging the pivot foot. That's a signature move she has there.
Queensboro looking to take back the lead. They go inside. Going out of bounds, and it will stay with Queensboro.
Yeah, when you get double teamed down there, you have to go out with the ball. You have to get it out quickly. She had that ball deflected, Valentine, that time. That's another thing you have to learn.
Hogan, shot was off the side of the board. Carroll couldn't put it back. Carroll's been struggling from the field so far. A lot of misses from within 5 feet.
She really hasn't found a place to fit in this game.
And go back outside, and Kiana lost it. Nice pass. It's Grayson going to the basket. Gives it up to Valentine, who couldn't score but got her own rebound. Tipped, and the Lady Falcons have it.
Grayson made a nice back pass over her shoulder.
You have to finish Sells and Bender. A three, it's no good. It's right in front of the Queensboro bench.
And hold it up a little bit if you're Queensboro here and get yourself set up.
Or go right inside to McRae, who is fouled.
Well, you know, what I was making mention of, David, just get a look at the court, and there they did, and they got the ball to McRae in the right spot because they've been forcing a lot of passes, making some sloppy plays, almost their own worst enemies in this game.
That's the first foul on Bender. And McRae gets the friendly roll, shooter's touch.
You know, you want to sell any team short because for every giver, there's a taker. And if you give the opportunities to Dutchess, they've been there to take them.
McRae, I think, tried banking in the second free throw. It's no good. But Queensboro gets the ball back.
Set it up again.
We're tied at 21. And Valentine with the rebound off the McRae miss. Hogan to Grayson to McRae. McRae in the lane. Couldn't score. Another rebound, and the basket is good. It was Hogan, I believe.
Tough work in there. That had to be done because they had gone scoreless for a little bit.
23-21 Queensboro. Going inside, she went right past Carroll and then missed. But she had a good look. Under 3 minutes to play in the first, 23-21 Lady Tigers lead. McRae to Grayson. And Grayson takes a three. It's no good. Carroll the offensive rebound, and she is fouled.
Trying to get the putback there.
And the 2-3 zone cut Grayson off, so she took the three-pointer, but sometimes the zone leaves you out of position to get a rebound. And Carroll pulled down the offensive board.
Well, rotation is very important. You know, if Grayson's putting that shot up, Carroll has to get close and try to grab the rebound if it comes off, and she was there to get it, but she can't hit the free throw.
Carroll misses the first. Queensboro now 2 for 7 from the line.
Because not everything happens by accident. I mean, there has to be design in the way you play, and
Carroll misses both, and Dutchess has the ball. They lead. Queensboro leads 23-21.
Good game. A little strange, though, the way Queensboro's played. They've been very uneven in the first half.
A little disjointed in parts. Here's Kiana Nichols going to the basket and right past Carroll. And we're tied at 23. And Nichols has 13 of the Lady Falcons' 23 points.
Yes, no doubt she can play basketball. There's no doubt. I think she forced that turnover there, too, in an aggressive way anyway.
And Tiffany Apple is in for the Lady Tigers, and Carroll will go to the bench. 2:11 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Carroll has struggled so far. Really hasn't gotten her
only 3 points.
Self into the ball game yet.
And there's a turnover.
(23-23) at 2 minutes to go. So it's dead even and 2 minutes even on the clock there.
Redwood. Bounce pass to Grayson. Back outside to Redwood. And that's a tough shot, which is short. Hogan with the offensive board. Tough angle shot is no good. Almost got it to fall. Dutchess with the ball. Under 100 seconds to play in the half.
They did some good things. I mean, you like to see Redwood get to that basket if she can.
Now Nichols being guarded by Redwood. Grayson tried to pick off the pass and couldn't. Redwood got a hand in though. And Grayson going all the way to the basket, couldn't score. Redwood the rebound, counted and the foul.
Good play by Redwood following her in. When she knew she couldn't get up ahead of the court, she let Grayson go. Grayson went in and she went and got the rebound. So good teamwork there.
And Bender called for her second foul.
Redwood has a good-sized body. She can block out. She can get to rebounds. All-around player.
Dutchess with the ball. Couldn't finish the three-point play. So Dutchess looking tired, take the lead with 1 minute to go in the first half. Nichols going back outside. Bender to Whitted. And a foul is called.
Being very unselfish with the ball, and that time they knocked Pellish down to the court.
David Chambers hoping that's not number 3 on Redwood, and it's not. It's the first on Tiffany Apple.
There were about 3 passes made there by Dutchess, not wanting to shoot the ball, but get the very good shot, and Pellish got fouled going in there.
It's the first, it's 25-24. So splitting the free throws, it's 25-24. Queensborough can go 2 for 1. Hogan to Redwood. Tiffany Apple to Grayson. Hogan, good look at a baseline jumper, it's no good. And the Lady Falcons have the ball with about 4 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock.
Let's see where they go with the ball now. I would say number 25 would have to be involved in some way.
They can just run some time off the clock if they choose. There's a good look at his shot, but it's an air ball. And Queensborough still has 10 seconds. Redwood puts it in off glass. Nice shot by Redwood. Dutchess throws it to nobody. And that's the end of the half. Somewhat anticlimactic, last 5 seconds. So Queensborough with the half leading Dutchess 27-24. One thing to note, it could be more. Look at the free throws. 10 for 14 for Dutchess, 2 for 9 for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, that plays a part because they have a 3-point lead. And you like to see the Lady Tigers move the ball the way they did there, and then Redwood to use her athletic ability. And I guess one of the things this team has to do is find out who the go-to girls are in tough situations and keep getting them the ball. And that will be dictated by what games they play in and how those games go down the stretch.
So at halftime, Queensborough leads Dutchess 27-24.
You'd think, Dave, that Redwood is one of them anyway.
I would think so.
Yep.
Second half about to begin. Queensborough leading Dutchess 27-24. And Queensborough didn't come out until there were 2 minutes left during halftime to come out for their warm-ups. They stayed in the locker room for most of that.
Getting a talking to.
Yeah.
You know, basically, David, they played a good first half. They couldn't stop Nichols. She scored a lot of the points for Dutchess. 13 out of their 24.
Well,
hit her free throws.
Just have to take her away.
And
I say just have to take her away. That's easier said than done.
And take better care of the ball, really, and don't let Dutchess get back in the game, which they allowed Dutchess to.
And the one that could be the deciding factor has to make their free throws, 2 for 9 in the first half.
Of course, Nichols came in averaging 16 a game. She's a good player. I mean, there's a traveling on the move, though.
It's against Polish. Queensboro up 27-24.
They'll play that zone, and Carroll will be at the top of that zone, and she'll try to get herself free at some point and then pass the ball if she has to.
Redwood, it's an off-balance shot, no good. Carroll the rebound, and the basket is good.
And then continue in and rotate to the basket, get to that rebound like she did there to get a good start for Queensboro.
One thing you might be encouraged by if you're Queensboro, you led by 3, and Carroll only had 3 points in the first half, so imagine if she gets going. And Queensboro has the ball. Grayson lays it in. 31-24.
Well, Grayson had been averaging about 11 points a game coming into this one, so, you know, the girls that they need production from getting it done.
Queensboro with the first 4 points of the second half. There's a bounce pass, somehow found its way to Oki, who scores.
Nice back door, yep.
Was Oki. 31-26.
They're in the zone again, and Carroll's job is to make herself available up top.
Grayson. And there's a turnover.
Yeah, she didn't quite know what she was going to do with the ball that time, Grayson.
No. Oki back outside. Loose ball, and Grayson touched it last.
Dutchess, a very smart team, the way they move the ball. If you go after it and you miss it, they move the ball again, and they make an extra pass when they have to.
They're down to 10 on the shot clock. Down to 7. There's Nichols, and her shot is short. Loose ball, Redwood with it, and lost it, but was fouled. That'll be number 1 on Whitted.
Here's the dilemma you run into with Redwood. She is big and tough enough to get that rebound, start up court, and then you have to get in front of her, and it's not easy.
Redwood.
A 5-point lead. Let's see if they can maintain it here.
Now it's an 8-point lead after the 3-pointer by Grayson, 34-26.
She has 8 points now.
And 5 quick ones, the layup a minute ago, and now a 3-pointer.
Nice talk David Chambers had with them at halftime, perhaps.
Nice little 7-2 run to begin the second half, and a turnover by the Lady Falcons. Ball to Queensboro.
As I said, you know, Dutchess moves the ball very well, but you have to make them make that pass a little quicker, and they did that time.
Grayson tried to hand it to Carroll, but it was turned over. Now Dutchess coming back the other way. Here's Oki. Whitted. Go inside Polish. Back outside. There's a little shot which is short. And last touch by the Lady Falcons.
You get the feeling right off the bat here, one of the things that was talked about at halftime was not letting the top scorer, Nichols, get her hands on the ball right away, and they have done a good job straying out to her side. She hasn't really touched the ball.
Queensboro looking to push their lead into double digits. The Lady Falcons in a 2-3 zone. Redwood stop the dribble. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Carroll to Grayson. Grayson launches a 3. It's no good. Hogan with the rebound. Grayson asking for it in the lane. The tough shot is good. Grayson throws it in.
Bundle of energy.
A 9-2 run for the Lady Tigers to start this half.
Grayson plays the game with energy.
And Nichols misses. Redwood a rebound. And numbers in transition for the Lady Tigers. Redwood fires it through the hands of Valentine.
Now the Tigers have come out looking like Tigers in aggressiveness and have jumped right on it to make that lead 10, and we'll have a timeout here.
Timeout called by TJ Mullins. He doesn't like seeing Queensborough on a 9-2 run. A little over 4 minutes into the second half. And Nichols held scoreless so far after scoring 13 in the first half. About Grayson with 7 quick points.
Well, TJ wants to make sure they have all their T's crossed right now because they've gotten a little off from what they were doing in the first half. By the way, Queensborough has accelerated the game a little bit, David, with that intense style that I'm sure they're going to be delivering to many teams this year. They're a very athletic team.
And Dutchess isn't getting to the line. They hit 10 free throws in the first half. They got to the line 14 times.
Dutchess is not an athletic team. They have to play the game a little slower, make better passes, and they haven't been able to get the ball to Nichols, so now they're down by 10 points. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with here, how they're going to work their way back in off a 10-point deficit.
I think they feel if they can just keep it close and hang around.
Going to have to play with some of the, try to match some of the Queensborough intensity, that's for sure. And how do they do that? Well, TJ, the coach, knows how to do that. He's trying to relate that to them.
So Carroll not on the court as the teams come back.
Of course, every coach thinks they know how to do that, and it remains to be seen if they can let the players in on it.
So Queensborough up by 10, and that's with Candice Carroll only scoring 5 points, and I don't think feeling well today, which I think may have accounted for her slow start in the first half. Redwood, nice bounce pass. Grayson, 2 more points. It's 38-26.
Now the Lady Tigers are definitely the more athletic and fast team on the court tonight. That's for sure.
And a foul is called.
And by not turning the ball over, they've been able to unleash some of that athleticism and speed, and it's been parlayed into a 12-point lead. Now they commit a foul down here.
Number 2 on Valentine.
Only took him about 5 minutes to really space that lead out.
So the first one is good. It's 38-27 as Oki hits. Oki makes both. 38-28, and if Dutchess wasn't the best free throw shooting team in the region, they would really be in trouble. They're 12 for 16 from the line, but they still trail by 10. Here's a loose ball. On the floor is Redwood, on the floor is a Lady Falcon, and Dutchess comes up with it.
They got to slow it down as they get across the midcourt line. They just
Dutchess
don't run.
And shot is no good and rebounded by Redwood. That pass is turned over. Look at Nichols going all the way to the basket and laying it in.
I believe that's her first basket of the second half.
It is. That's 15 for Kiana now. She has 15 of the Dutchess 30.
If she don't score, they don't win.
No. She's averaging just under 16 points per game this year.
That's a lot of points because you figure she had a 30-point game in there somewhere.
Down to 7 on the shot clock. McRae's got to put it up. It's a long 2. It's no good. All of a sudden, Dutchess has scored the last 4 points and they have the ball.
Yeah, if Queensborough rushes it, Dutchess will come back and they'll play their slow pace, pass the ball game.
Taking it underneath, and a nice move by Polish. And that wasn't an easy shot either. It's 38-32.
used her size to get it up.
6 points in a row for the Lady Falcons. That shot is no good, and a foul against Queensboro.
So what's changed in the last couple of minutes, Dave? Queensboro rushing a little bit, and then it hasn't been a pickup of intensity by Dutchess. They're just doing whatever they do. That's the kind of team they are. They don't really come out of their system very much.
And Candice Carroll is back in the game for Queensboro. It is not a 100% healthy Candice Carroll. 38-32, Queensboro leads.
So would you say they're a team of veterans that does not get rattled, really?
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
There's a turnover. Redwood the other way for the Lady Tigers. Grayson back to Redwood.
Oh.
Redwood couldn't score. Carroll puts it back and she misses. McRae misses. And the Lady Falcons have the ball. There were 3 chances from point-blank range.
Point blank.
6 points in a row for the Lady Falcons. 13 minutes to go. The long pass got its way to Kiana, and Nichols will go to the line for 2.
There you go. There's the potion that worked in the first half. They play like a Princeton-style ball with Nichols taking the scoring leadership like a Jeff Petrie, we'll say. Of course,
Nichols misses the first.
Princeton's had a lot of good ball players over the year. That's where Bill Bradley played his college basketball.
It's cool, and it is pretty close to a Princeton-style offense, though.
Yeah.
And Nichols splits the free throws.
And if you go up to Princeton and watch, it's kind of the way they win games. They don't dazzle anybody, but stay in the game.
Grayson misses the shot. Carroll the rebound, and Carroll the basket off glass. It's 40-33.
Good job by Carroll. By the way, one of my former stomping grounds, the team did some job. Did you see, Dave, the other night?
That shot is no good and rebounded by Apple. Now Queensboro running. It's Grayson. And a nice play by Whitted, but she's called for the foul.
Reach-in foul as she was going all the way to the baseline. I know we talk about St. John's a lot, but I'd been at Columbia for 1 year, and they gave Kentucky a real scare the other night.
How about that? And talking about local teams, how about the New Jersey Institute of Technology beating Michigan?
Yeah.
What a bizarre year for college basketball so far.
I'll tell you. See, Columbia didn't have Kentucky on their schedule when I did them, but they stayed in games with some good teams. And NJIT, I mean, they were a Division II ball club when I covered them. They've come a long way, baby.
Tough break for Dutchess. Grayson missed the free throw, and then Carroll gets the rebound.
There's a lot of parity in college basketball now.
Yeah.
It's, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you put a good team together, it's going to be competitive.
Carroll misses the first. Queensboro now 3 for 12 from the line. You let Dutchess hang around when you miss your free throws?
Yeah, you can't let them hang around. They're going to be tough if you do.
And Carroll misses both. So Dutchess down 41-33. Nichols going to the basket, and a nice pass. And that'll be 2 free throws.
Almost handed that off as she went in along the baseline and quickly dished it inside.
She just wrapped it around Carroll.
With a little sleight of hand on that.
That's number 3 on Tiffany Apple. So Destiny Nagora getting ready to go back in. First free throw is no good.
One of the few misses tonight for Dutchess at the free throw line. They're still down by 8 here, so they have to make these free throws count. They need these free throws.
They've been getting there. There are 2 misses. They're 13 for 20. Not that bad.
Now, Queensboro stopped short, so they'll set it up.
Lady Falcon ball after the miss. Under 12 minutes to play. Queensboro leading 41-33.
Queensboro's shooting has not been on tonight.
Neither has Dutchess's. It's Kiana, and she left her feet to make the pass, and Gallardi wasn't expecting it.
Got caught in the air that time.
This has not been a flashy game, but it has been a close game. Not a lot of three-pointers taken.
I'd imagine that Dutchess doesn't get involved in many flashy games. They just grind it out. They're a very well-schooled basketball team.
Grayson takes a three, and it's good. Grayson from downtown.
She has 11 now, matching her season average, I guess. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun on that because you had the correct total, yes.
16, and I believe 13 of those have come in this half. Nice play as Police scores.
That three-pointer really elevated her total. But again, slow and sure went Dutchess, but they only have 10:48 to work with now. It's a 9-point game.
Redwood to Grayson. Wonder if they get a little more aggressive defending Grayson. It's Redwood who misses. Carroll the rebound and the basket off glass.
Carroll coming alive now.
Sorry, Joe. Dutchess having some trouble boxing out. And it's not like one of the small guards who comes in and gets a lot of rebounds. You can't lose Carroll in there.
And she has to play with some aggressiveness, which she didn't really show to this point tonight.
Grayson almost put it in. She'll go to the line for two.
However, Grayson has showed nothing but aggressiveness, and she's been a bundle of energy out there.
Excellent second half. That's the third foul on Oki.
And again, the Lady Tigers have accelerated the game, and when it goes that way, it's in their column.
First free throw is no good.
But they've done very poorly from the free throw line. This
3 for 14. The
could be a 20-point game if they hit their free throws. Don't want to put a lot of pressure on them. You know, they've done well enough, but you got to hit those free throws.
Grayson splits them. It's 47-35.
The correct way to say it is they have to hit those free throws.
Smashes their biggest lead of 12. 10 minutes to go.
Dutchess in a little trouble right now. They need points. Only 9:54 to go.
Oki making her move in the lane. Shot over Nagora, no good. She got her own rebound and then dribbles out. Nice fake by Kiana, and Nichols' shot is no good, rebounded by Carroll. And now Grayson running. Queensboro with numbers. It's Nagora to the basket. She can't score. Carroll the rebound. Carroll will go to the line.
There's the biggest change Carroll made at halftime. She's gone in there more aggressively, and she's become part of the game. Sometimes, David, you can't rely on your teammates to make you part of the game. You have to do it yourself, and she's really taken the Tiger by the tail.
Gutsy performance for Carroll. Maybe not feeling 100%, but she keeps going in there and getting those rebounds.
Well, that's when you have to give it more of an effort, when you don't feel 100%.
And Carroll hits a free throw. She has a quiet 10 points. It's 48-35. It was a 3-point game at halftime. Now it's 13.
So those 10 points don't scream out at you.
No.
No.
Nichols misses. She's cooled off here in the second half.
Yeah, well, they forced her outside a little bit.
Grayson pass to McRae.
Oh, that ball trickled up the side of her head.
Grayson got the hand in and take it away from Nichols. Now Redwood dribbling through a few Lady Falcons. Grayson along two is good.
Goodness, Grayson. She's done a good job in the second half.
I believe that's 16 points in this half.
I believe you're right.
Grayson just taking over this game. It's 50-35. All of a sudden, a 3-point game at halftime is up to 15 with only 8.5 minutes to go. So if the Lady Falcons want to get back into this, they have to start now. And that's not going to help. Carroll with the rebound. And Grayson coming right back at them.
Go ahead,
Grayson
go for it. Yep.
Will go to the line.
She's not taking any prisoners, David. Not slowing up one bit.
And the kind of zone she's in, she's not slowing up. She's just attacking the basket every time she gets it. Or hitting jumpers.
And David Chambers is having a little more of a restful night tonight because of that. So he looks very calm over there tonight. He'd like a few more like this one, I'm sure. This was only, what, a 3-point game at a halftime?
Yeah. 51-35 now. 7 points in a row for Queensborough. Nice fake, and the jumper is no good. Rebounded by Nagora. Here's Grayson. A little behind the back dribbling. Grayson, the pull-up jumper is no good. So she is human after all.
They're trying to be the devastating Grayson right there.
And there's a foul by McCray, reaching from behind.
They've had some really good guards here at Queensborough on the women's side over the past 10 or so years, and looks like Grayson's going to be another one of them. Nikki
Tiberi?
No, Sabrina Jr. over there.
Yeah.
You know, the way she's playing. I'm sure Sabrina's worked with her a little bit.
This is one of the best halves of basketball that I've seen a player have.
Yeah.
That's 17 points in about 11 minutes.
Fabulous second half, and she is the reason, not the sole reason, but probably the most responsible person out there for elevating it to a 16-point game. And Carroll has picked up her game a little bit here, and that's really helped.
I'm trying to think what the best half of basketball I've seen is. Stephon Medard had a game against Kingsborough. You were here with Sean. He had 20 points in the first half. That was a great performance.
We saw an opponent come in here on the men's side.
Well, I was going to say that's the best 40 minutes I've seen. Chris Melander last year for Celtic had 37 points.
He was like a pro player the way he.
And they only scored 76. They didn't score that many points, and he had 37.
No, I would think one of my favorite names, Stephon Medard, had a big game here. As you said, he had quite a few of them.
And that was the one half he had against Kingsborough stands out in my mind, but he only had 2 in the second half. What sticks out is for 20 minutes of basketball, that was as good as you could be.
He had the name for it, too.
On the women's side, I can't think of another performance like this. Grayson dominating, and in the second half.
Sabrina Moore, I saw her against Westchester Community do this on this court. And that's why I've likened Grayson a lot to her, the way she's played tonight.
She's in good company with a comparison like that.
Sure is.
Oki, the shot over Carroll is an air ball. And the fans at Queensborough let her know she shot an air ball.
Yeah, you get her the ball and she's ready to go, and she makes a great pass there.
McCray makes it 53-35. And Dutchess is going, how did this get away from us? 26-11 in this half.
Well, you might look number 12's way and say that might be one reason. That
Nichols, nice pass outside to Whitted, who misses. Loose ball, it's going to the bench, and Queensborough will have the ball.
Nichols had, what did she have in the first half? She had 13 points, and I think she's going to end up somewhere around 17 or 18, the way she's going.
No, not to make excuses for Dutchess, maybe having 7 players and they got a bit tired or winded. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot out of you when you have to go up and down the court with Queensborough. You've seen they haven't been able to elevate their speed at any time. They've just had to hope Queensborough makes some turnovers, and they're a good team at taking advantage of them.
And 4 fouls on Whitted.
Queensborough had a little rough spot at the beginning of that second half, and then they smoothed out and they went back to work.
There's a shot by Oki, an air ball. Now Grayson coming back the other way. And Grayson all the way to the basket, and she will go to the line for 2. That one almost fell.
Yeah, she's done it about as well as any Lady Tiger has done it on this court, up and down.
And that's number 5 unwitted. So she fouls out with no points.
It'll be great, David, to watch Grayson in a few more games this year and see if she can continue this type of pace.
So now Dutchess is left with 6 players for the last 6:31. As Grayson misses the first. Queensboro was 5 for 20 from the line. Dutchess is 13 for 20. Somehow I don't think Queensboro minds.
The only thing I could say about Dutchess is they have not shown a lot of speed tonight, and
so a technical foul against the Queensboro bench.
Why do you get that at this point?
May have been on one of the assistants.
Somebody just made a cute comment that the official did not care for, I'm sure.
As Pete Marchitello announces it's a technical foul.
I guess they're having a little fun over there with the 18-point lead.
For some reason, I don't think the ref found the comment funny, whatever it was.
They never do, I mean.
Lighten up, right?
Well, they have a reputation to uphold, David, and they can't let you get away with those sly little comments. They're going to see you again at some point, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And they will remember those comments.
They do. 53-37 now.
The great thing about the 1969 New York Mets is that Gil Hodges didn't show anybody up. He just went and looked at that foul ball and showed him the scuff.
Unlike Earl Weaver, who would have come barging out of the dugout.
They hated him.
Yeah, well, maybe that's one of the reasons Gil got the call. How about Gil Hodges snubbed again by the Hall of Fame? I believe he's still not in. I'm sad about.
I don't know. He has a beautiful family, too.
Yeah. Redwood puts it in off glass.
Wow.
And she has 11 points.
You know, Grayson's pumping it, and then you get Redwood involved. This team has some possibilities, I'll tell you that.
We've turned this into the Grayson show, but there are 3 Lady Tigers in double-digit scoring.
It's not like the Lady Tigers are bereft of talent this year. I mean, they have talent. I mean, there's talent on this team.
It's number 3 on
Question is
Carroll.
whether they apply it on a night-to-night basis. I mean, you've seen them a little more than I, but wouldn't you say that? I mean, it's a question of consistency.
Well, that was the problem in the Westchester game. Westchester came in here, went up 9-0. Queensboro came back and took a 12-11 lead, and then Westchester just went on a 20-4 run and put them away pretty early.
And watching the Lady Tigers for several years now, I would say this ranks right up there as one of their better athletic teams.
Which is saying a lot when you're watching a team that's won 5 of the last 7 CUNY titles.
Yep. Of course, it all comes out in the tight, close, nip-tuck battles that you get involved in. And then if you win those, you have a title in your in the win column.
You can't win every game by double figures. Of course, they won the CUNY title game by 50 points last year, and that was after beating Hostos in the semis by 16, so maybe you can. Who am I to say they can't do it, Joe?
And then it took them a couple of years to get there, so
yeah.
You know, they had been through the CUNY playoffs and disappointed, so to speak.
2 years in the wilderness, I guess.
And they're going to lose Carroll after this year. They're going to lose Redwood. But
and Hogan.
Yeah, they're going to lose their. Yeah, this might be the year for them. I mean, to do it again with these players. Anyway, it's not like they're a young team. But this is Redwood's first year here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hogan and Carroll are the only 2 returners from Queensboro, so in a way they are a young team.
But Redwood is like a veteran. I mean, she's a good player.
Right.
I mean, she doesn't have a learning process to go through.
That always helps. His word will go to the line.
It's like they picked up a free agent, you know? And you see that on this level a lot of times, even in the CUNY senior colleges, where they'll get a player added to the mix or him, and they become a better team. And I'll put one of the old Queensboro Tigers in there, Tyrone Cohen. Came from Queensboro on the men's side, went over to Baruch College, played a defensive role on that team, and led them to a CUNY championship when, for about 3-4 years, they had very talented players and just couldn't get there. And sometimes you just add that extra piece. He'd been in the Queensboro program, went over there, and was able to beat York College in the final.
Bit of a tip drill, and Carroll got the hand to break it up. Queensboro leading 56-39, 4:40 to go. And here's Grayson. Nice pass to Carroll, who couldn't finish.
No foul on that. They're going to let him play right down to the wire here.
Nice array of passes by Grayson, in addition to the 17 second half points.
That was back in the year 1999-2000, David, and it was pretty interesting because you had one guy who came from a Queens Legend program here at Queensboro, beating a legendary team in Queens in York College. So it was a big year for Queens over there. And, of course, they've had many more big days with the Queens players. Teron Simpson and Jeffrey Boone came from here. And they've turned out some good players at Queensboro, I'll tell you that.
There's Nichols inside. It's no good. Queensboro up by 16 with 4:10 to go.
And now the women's program has taken the spotlight here, and they've really turned out good teams year after year.
What if somebody told you in 2004 there's going to be a time where the women are winning titles virtually every year and the men are going to be in a rut?
You wouldn't have thought that. I mean, they had spotty good teams. But they had nothing consistent,
no.
nothing year after year anyway. And usually not a very good team.
Right.
And Pete Marchitello has to be very happy with all of that because he's been the guiding person through this. And I know we'd like to get the men's program back on that level again, and they've fallen on a few tough years. They had a terrific year 2 years ago, or ending to their year.
Yeah.
And we'll watch them in the second game tonight, and we'll see how far they're able to go. Well, this looks like a win for the Lady Tigers here. I think I'm safe saying that.
Okay, we'll see.
Last time I was
early.
not safe in saying that last time. And that's the fun of that. I mean, that was such a big win for the alumni.
The current players were running their mouths a bit as Nichols ran into Ward.
They were. And I think I saw one of the alumni players kind of glare at them when she came out on the court. You want to get that way? All right, let's go to work, girls. Well, and they did.
The girls on the alumni team, those are the ones that have most of those banners up.
Nikki's had some big games in the tournament. I come up with a couple of box scores in my files, and she's had some big games at crunch time. And David Chambers was telling me she hasn't played basketball that much in recent years.
She bides her time for the alumni game.
Or a big game, period.
Hey, that is a big game.
Big game Nikki Tabiri is.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes to play. Nichols missed both free throws. Dutchess is 18 for 30 from the line. It's Fusco.
Good chance for some of the less heralded players to get in here and show a little bit.
And Ward got spun to the floor after there was a bit of a tie-up.
I'd say number 12 has been the player of the game tonight for the Lady Tigers, setting the tone.
And there's a foul called against the Lady Falcons.
Redwood taking it strong to the basket, and she's had a good game. One of their top scorers, one of their two top scorers. Carroll, the other one on the bench now. Give her some rest.
Redwood with a dozen points. She was the CUNY Player of the Week of November 24th.
She's probably an all-CUNY player when you come down to it.
59-40, 3:10 to go. There's a three-pointer, and it's no good. And Ward with the ball.
Good
Impressive.
one-hand rebound there, yeah.
That was 27-24 at halftime. We thought we might have the game decided in the final 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So that way, Queensboro scored 9 of the first 11 points here. Really put Dutchess away quickly.
Yeah, the Dutchess grinded out. Mill just got slowed down, and they just haven't been able to manufacture the points, like right there.
And Grayson happened. Counted on the foul. It's Grayson again.
That motor just keeps running, you know, and excuse me, girls, I have a cab waiting.
Now an
I'm
injury.
getting hurt on that play, and you don't want to see it, is Nichols. Now she's going to get up. She's a gamer. She tried to race Grayson down and couldn't do it.
That hustle down by 19 with 2.5 minutes to go.
You got to like
that.
You got to like that in a player. She's a real good player, but just too many Queens Lady Tigers on the score sheet tonight for her liking.
That was actually her first foul of the game. Grayson couldn't finish the three-point play.
And she hit the 20-point mark yet?
She did. 22 points, 19 of those in the second half.
Yeah, great game. Star of the game for sure.
2:15 to go. Queensboro up by 21, and traveling is called.
So, let me not make that pronouncement. The Joe Massey star of the game anyway, and everybody else will have their say. And
is that like the John Madden Thanksgiving turkey? Is that going to be a thing now?
That was fun, wasn't it?
So 2 minutes remaining in what will be a nice victory for Queensboro as they'll move into third place in the region standings.
Woo! This girl, Redwood, is really solid. I mean, when you have a collision with her, you got to hurt a little bit.
And that's number 5 on Julia Oki. So she fouls out with 11 points.
So the Lady Tigers will be 2 games over the 500 mark, and they get closer to the CUNY season where they'll see if they can do it 2 times in a row, and with a pretty different cast, but some, as we said, some talented players.
And Nichols not feeling well enough to go in, so it will be 5-on-4 for the final 157. Not that it matters, it's 61-40. Redwood hits.
She's going to need some ice on that ankle, or
It's happened a few times this year. Westchester only had 5 girls for the entire game. LaGuardia ended the game with only 4 players.
There's a 3.
Yeah.
What are they going to call after the 3? They're going to call a push out inside, and that will give the points back the other way, basically. At least, well, it'll be a takeout. It'll be a takeout.
Yeah. Well, they call the foul on Polish, but I think the basket will count because it was away from the ball. And after the shot was in the air. So it is 62-43.
They give a foul, but no free throws on that.
100 seconds to go. Ward puts up a 3. It's no good. Going to the floor was Orozco. And Omokaro is fouled.
Everybody getting in the act now, and Omokaro went inside, played aggressively. Another girl with a little size, and they got some bangers on this Queensboro team, and they can run, they can bang, and they can jump, and it's a pretty good basketball team right now.
First free throw glazed the rim, trying to become the 8th Lady Tiger to find her way into the scoring column.
How did they lose to the team with 5 girls with all this depth?
It was a good 5.
They just weren't on their game either. I wasn't here, but I would say they didn't play as well as they're playing tonight, but
no.
I wasn't here.
Grayson didn't have 19 points in the second half.
Yeah, better team.
Yeah, Westchester is second in the region.
A better 5 girls anyway.
Yeah. It's like Veronica Sherman told us at BMCC.
Yeah, they keep running into teams with not that many players.
Well, remember, Sherman had 7 players, and she said it doesn't matter if it's 7 on 12. You can only have 5 on the court at a time.
Hey, let's face it. I mean, you're talking about 19-year-old girls, so they don't exactly get tired unless you run them into the ground. I mean,
65-43. The lead is ballooned to 22 as a foul is called with 45 seconds remaining. Nice win for Queensboro, though, taking care of business in their own building.
Very good. They had a little bit of a crisis point in the early second half, and they just kind of breezed right through it, which is what you like to see. And they're going to play deeper teams with more experience. This is an experienced team, not as deep, but they're going to play experienced teams a little deeper. So see if they can continue that.
The Westchester team, the Westchester game may have been a wake-up call for Queensboro. Somewhat of a wake-up call.
Yeah, sure.
Fusco misses a 3, tipped. And Scolardi going all the way to the basket. And it's good, 65-46, but Queensboro doesn't need to shoot again.
I guess the wake-up was that you don't take anything for granted. You got to go out and play. And, you may have more girls, you may think you're better, but you have to go out and play.
And Queensboro can just dribble it out.
And they will. No need to shoot anything. They come away with an impressive win tonight. I would say this is a good game for David Chambers and his squad, and they will try to build on it now.
So after only leading 27-24 at halftime, the Lady Tigers beat the Lady Falcons 65-46. Impressive second half, and it was Grayson finishing with 22 points, 19 of those in the second half.
And the only thing she was missing tonight from Sabrina Moore's career performance chart was the N in her name. She's Sabria and she's Sabrina.
Grayson hit jumpers, she hit layups.
Yep. Not going to put her in that class yet, but she played about as good as a game on this court as I've seen.
So nice win for the Lady Tigers. Game 2 of the doubleheader, the men of Queensboro against the men of Dutchess. Coming up. So this is David Russell for Joe Massey. Thanks for watching. Queensboro beats Dutchess 65-46.
Good game.